Today I am going to discuss about the AUC ROC curve. So before going to discuss about the AUC ROC curve, I am assuming that you all of know about the confusion matrix. If not, please check out my confusion matrix video. I will mention the link in the description. So let's start. What is the AUC ROC curve? So as you all know, in my previous video I have discussed about the confusion matrix, where I had used this particular confusion matrix, and by using this particular confusion matrix I calculated the different performance metrics like the false positive rate, true positive rate, recall, precision, F1 score, and there are many metrics which we have calculated. So why we calculated these metrics? These metrics are used to check the performance of the classification model, whether our model is able to classify all the classes properly or not. So those things we can check with the help of these performance metrics. So same thing, AUC ROC curve also used to check the performance of the classification model, whether our model is classifying positive or negative classes properly or not. So how we use the AUC ROC curve, that we will discuss later. But what is the AUC ROC? AUC ROC curve we can draw with the help of false positive rate and true positive rate. How we can do that? Let's see here. This is your true positive rate, this is your false positive rate, right? So with the help of these two performance metrics we can draw the AUC ROC curve. How we can do that? In the x-axis I use the false positive rate, in the y-axis I use the true positive rate, and the graph would be like this. So this will be your graph. This is your AUC ROC curve. AUC means area under the curve dash receiver operating characteristics curve, and this particular area below this particular curve is called as a area under the curve, AUC curve. So this particular curve we use to check the performance of the classification model. That we will discuss later, how we can use this particular curve to check the performance of the classification model. First we have to understand how we draw this particular curve, right? As you know, what is the formula of the true positive rate? TP, it means true positive rate divided by all the positive value. It means P. P is equal to your TP plus Fn. And what is the formula of the false positive rate? This divided by all the negative value, Fe divided by N, and your N is equal to all the negative value, Fe plus Tn. So how we draw this particular curve? For that we use the different threshold value. It means, as you know, in the logistic regression, when we solve the classification problem, the output would be in the form of probability, and we convert this probability into the classes 0 or 1, right? How we convert or how we transform? That we transform with the help of threshold value, right? With the help of threshold value. I got the different output value. Let 0.2, 0.3, 0.8, 0.9. These are the output value I got. So I have to convert in the form of 0 and 1. So I am using 0.5 is the threshold value. So all the value above will be 1 and below will be 0. So if you see here, this will be your 0, this is also 0, this will be your 1, and this will be your 1. So this way we can classify the classes by transforming the probability into the particular class. So if we will use the different threshold value, right? Currently I am using 0.5. Might be I can use 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. I can use different threshold value. Then I will get the different TPR and FPR. right? Let 0.5 I am getting TPR value like 0.3 and FER 0.4. then let's threshold 0.6 I am getting 0.4, 0.6. so this way I will get different TPR and FER value at different threshold value, and why in those particular value at different threshold value I can draw this particular curve, right? So by using the different threshold value we can plot the AUC ROC curve with the help of TPR and FER. So let's check how we can use the threshold value. If you see here, this is the problem of the classification. This is your input, this is your output, this is your by head, it means by output. This output is in the form of probability. Now we have to convert this into the form of 0 and 1. How we can do that? We can use the different threshold value, right? If you see here, I use 0.6, so all the value above 0.6. This is your 1, this is your 1. You see below 0.6, so this is the 0. Let at 0.7, right, this will also be equal to 0. At 0.8 this will be your 0. So this way I will get the different classes, right? If you see here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, here I am getting 9 1 and 1 0, right? Here I will get 2 0, right, and 8 1. So this way I will get the different classes at different threshold value, because the count of the classes is different, right? So that's why I will get the different TPR and FER value. If you see here I am getting 0.7, here I am getting 0.5, here I am getting 0.5, here I am getting 1 1, here I am getting 0.6. so this way I will get different TPR and FER value at different threshold value, and why in this particular threshold value I will plot the AUC ROC curve. Now we will discuss how does the AUC ROC curve work. If you see here, the formula of the TPR is this, we know, okay, and FER is this. So if I will check the threshold value at A point, let's at A, if you see here at the point A, what would be the value of the TPR, right? TPR value would be, if you see here, Fn will be 0. If you see here the total value we can say this is 1 0 and 1, this is 1 and 0, so this will be your 1 and 1, right? It means the TPR value would be equal to 1 and FER will be equal to 1. How we can get this particular one? If you see here, TP divided by TP plus Fn, the value will be 1 when the Fn is equal to 0, right? If you see here, this is the actual value, this is the predicted value, positive negative, true positive, false positive, true negative, false negative. So if the Fn is 0, false negative is 0, right? In that case all the positive classes will be classified correctly, right? All the positive classes will be classified correctly at the point A, right? All the positive classes will be classified correctly, and at the point A negative class will be classified incorrectly because Tn is 0 here. If you see here, how we can get the 1? We can get 1 when the Tn is equal to 0. It means 2 negative is 0. This will be 0. It means all the negative classes will be comes under the false positive. So incorrect. All the negative classes will be incorrectly classified at the point A, right? So let's, the confusion matrix would be like this. Let's my total positive value 10 and total negative value is 10, right? So this will be 10, this will be 0, and this will be also your 0. This is true positive 10, right, and false positive is 10, if you see, right? So we will get this type of the performance matrix. What would be the threshold? We can say accuracy. Accuracy would be 10 divided by total 20. So we will get accuracy 50%. Now again we will check at the point B, this particular. right? If you see here, TPR will be same. It means TPR will be 1, right? It means if the TPR is 1, in that case this will also be same here, right? It means tan 0, Fn will be 0. Now we have to check this particular thing, tan and 0, but here my FPR will be less as compared to A point. If it is less, in that case Tn will not be 0, Tn will have some value. Let's Tn is equal to 2, so this will be 8, this will be 2, right? In that case, at point B, all the positive classes will be correctly classified, but the negative classes will be less incorrectly classified as compared to point A, right? Let the point C, at C point, this point here, if you see here, my TPR value will be less as compared to point B, right? So we have to introduce some false negative value here. So in that case my output would be like this. We can say 8, 2. If you see here, it is moving from B to C. It is also moving from this location to this location. So in that case FPR will also be less as compared to point B. So we can say here this could be 6, right? This could be 4, right? So we can also check the accuracy at this point. 8, 4, 12 divided by 20, right? So we can say 60%, and accuracy at this point 10 divided by 20, it means 60%. Let at the point D, D. So D, if you see here, right, at this point, if you see here, right, my FPR will be same, Cn, my FPR will be same C and D, both point, right? But TPR, if you see here, TPR will be less as compared to C. So my output would be like this. We can say FPR is same, so this would be 6 and 4, right? But here it is less, so we also introduce some false negative. We can say 4 and 6. So what would be the accuracy at this point? We can say 10 divided by 20, it means 50% probability. It means 50% accuracy we will get at the point D. Now at the point E, at E, if you see here, right, FPR will be 0 at this point, FPR will be 0 at this point, and TPR will be equal to TPR at D, right, because distance is same. So FPR here it is 0. If FPR is 0, in that case false positive will be 0, this particular will be 0. So our output would be like this. We can say 0, 10, and E and D TPR will be same, D 6 and 4, right? So what would be the accuracy? 16 divided by 20, it means 80%. So if you see here, I am getting the best accuracy at this particular point D. It means this particular point D, I am getting the best accuracy. So we can say threshold at the point E is good as compared to D, right? If you see here, D I am getting 50%, but if you see the point B, the threshold at point B is greater than as compared to the point A, right? So by the accuracy we can check the threshold, whether our threshold is good or not. So here by using this we can draw our this particular curve, right? And we can check at which point I am getting the best accuracy. So we can say at this point I am getting the best accuracy. So my area would be like this. We can say this particular area, it means 80%. So what would be the best scenario? What would be the best scenario? Best scenario would be at this point. Let's check at this point. This is the point P. At the point P, my TPR will be 1. It means if my TPR is 1, in that case this will be 10, this will be 0, and here this also be 0. FPR is 0. If it is 0, false positive will be 0 and TN will be 10. So in that case my accuracy would be 20 by 20, it means 100%. Here I will get the 100%, and the area, this will cover the total 100%. It means this particular area. This particular area, the graph would be like this, ROC curve, this yellow line. This is the ROC curve, right? So this way we can interpret the AUC ROC curve at the different point. And using this particular area, you can check the how your model is behaving. So let's check how does the area under the curve work. Earlier we have discussed the complete AUC ROC curve. If you want to understand how the AUC curve work, let's discuss that. So I am plotting this particular graph here, right? This is your true positive rate, this is your false positive rate, and this is your 0. We can say 1 and 0. This is your 0 and 1, we can say. So if AUC equal to 1, so when I will get AUC equal to 1, this particular area, this, as we have discussed earlier, this, right? So at this would be your AUC ROC curve, and this particular area would be AUC equal to 1. So in that case my distribution would be like this for the positive and negative classes. We can say 0, 0.5 and 1. This is your true positive, this will be your true negative. It means all the positive and negative classes will be classified. It means all the positive and negative classes will be classified correctly at under this particular region if the area under the curve is 1. If the area under the curve is 0.5, it means this particular region, right? This particular region. So in that case what would happen? If you see here 1, 0.5, 0. So your model will behave like this. Let red is your true positive, let this is your true negative blue, and this is your true positive. It means TP and TN will lie in a same region, right? So in that case our positive and negative classification will be very dicey. There would be a 50-50% probability whether our positive would be positive or not, whether our negative would be negative or not, right? If your AUC is equal to, we can say 0.7, in that case your area would be like this particular region, right? In that case your distribution of the positive and negative classes would be like this: 0, 0.5, 1, we can say, right? So this would be like this, and positive would be like this. It means there are some overlapping. It means this is your true negative, this is your true positive. So here I have some false positive and false negative, false positive and false negative, right, under this region. It means some positive classes and some negative classes will be misclassified if you see at this particular region, because some Tn are misclassified and some Tp, it means some positive cases are misclassified due to this particular intersection at 0.7. Let if AUC is equal to 0, in that case my graph would be like this. We can say AUC ROC curve would be like this. Then the area would be your 0. Then my distribution would be like 0.51. We can say this one. It means this will be your true positive, this will be your true negative. So we can say all the positive classes will be classified as negative and all the negative classes will be classified as positive. So this way we can interpret the AUC ROC curve.